Why am I always feeling tired? That every day has become a battle with feelings that are often less desired. Starting new projects used to be so enjoyable and exciting, but nowadays, moving from one prospect to another has become a bit daunting. It's probably the pressure to always make the right choice with extreme precision, because ultimately, I know I will be judged if I made a single bad decision. At this age, for someone to have such enormous ambitions, there will always be a voice in my head that blasts unrealistic expectations.
Gray, it's been a while. When can we see each other?
Yo, I'm down whenever, honestly.
Okay, tara, camping.
Oh, eh? Sino kasama? This is the story of 3 separate camping trips with 3 completely different friend groups. Those who I met in my early 20s, then my mid-20s, and during the start of my arrival to the late 20s club. Out of pure coincidence and probably universally aligned thoughts, these trips all took place in the eastern provinces of the Luzon Island, here in the Philippines. This first group is particularly special to me because they're my friends from the first job I ever had. My first step into the adult world is an immediate plunge into a deep pool of industry. This is where I realized the people you meet don't always have to be aligned to your personal beliefs, and that you're going to be constantly gauging every new person's character. It takes you out of your immediate sense of community, especially if you're from a small town or if you often only associate with like-minded people, like in college or maybe in high school.
Ano ang ating final decision po? Hey! Okay.
So ano? You guys are correct!
Let's go!
But as a full-blown extrovert, I was up to the challenge. And that was just how it was back then. Every challenge was just a trial you're so motivated to conquer. You often romanticize the grind because you know you're excited, and that these are just your first steps as you head into something great. The early 20s was definitely the starry-eyed time of hopes and dreams, where you just can't wait to get your feet off the ground. And the friends you're able to acquire during this time are more or less the same. Fellow dreamers who are aiming to get their foot through the door. And you all couldn't wait to watch each other grow.
Sige, daan.
Yet something happened along the line. We did grow older, but our energy was just not how it used to be. Or maybe some key opinions have already bled onto our character. Thoughts like, you're not good enough, you're not ready. The journey towards your mid-20s is probably the most you've had to deal with your inner self-doubt. This is that period where you know you're not quite there with the skills you have, yet you know you're improving day by day. But all it takes is one unsavory comment to mentally bring you down to your knees. Everything is pressuring you during this time. To make plans about your future, and to make most of your life while you're still on this earth.
Okay.
Ay, meron dun.
Ang cute!
Saan?
Ano tunog niya?
And so we cope by getting with people who turn us away from facing these anxieties. The friends you make in your mid-20s will be the ones to encourage you to either go dancing at late-night parties or go running at marathons. In this case, we're going for a long hike across many mountains. This particular set of people will be a crucial circle of friends that allows you to keep your mind off the stress that this new adult life has opened up. Because you don't ever want to feel like you're just trying to survive. You want to feel that you're actually living the life you want.
Thank you. Oh, paano yun? Paano? Nasa ka ano ka? Ano? Ayan! Juicy ka dyan.
Umaura ako kasi binibideo ko yung sarili ko. Wait lang.
Ang juicy mo dyan.
Parang juicy.
But the tricky part comes in your late 20s, where your friends of the same age range become different people of their own. This is the time where you often get the usual dilemma of you should be married, become successful in your career, or maybe even have a kid. But these are some of the things you can't quite promise, because that's not the kind of prep you did.
Yung parang found footage style, pero literal naman niya.
Your late 20s is where you start to unravel. Whether it's being with a partner and settling down, or staying solo and exploring the unknown. This is the time where knowing your true self becomes inevitable. But at this point in your life, you've placed yourself in so many existential situations, but you still can't get a firm grip of any reliable solutions. Your brain keeps telling you that there are patterns that you must observe, and that this particular problem can be solved with this particular answer. Yet you're still being proved wrong.
Inano ko na muna ang camera sa loob. Ito na ang sitwasyon sa labas. Lakas na ulan. Leakage everywhere. Ayun, tingnan mo to. Tingnan mo to mga to. Yung linya na yan. Hindi yan design. Tubig lang yun.
Tubig lang yan. Sana design na lang.
Diba?
No, very rich project vibes.
Yeah bro.
Naka-record ba yun?
Oo naman. Found footage natin to pag tayo na-found.
Sana ma-found yung footage na yun.
Oo, yun oh, para siyang restaurant na ano.
Parang sarap pa ba?
Found footage just na ito. Kala mo para tayo napunta sa isang abandoned na ano bigla. Tapos dito tayo mapipare sa matulog.
Okay.
Alam mo medyo parang crazy lang sa lahat na nangyayaring to. The fact na tayo lang yun nasa isla. Tapos may mga ganitong
Your late 20s, in a nutshell, is just, how do I pour all that I have if I'm constantly being depleted? And so the people you meet in this stage are also asking themselves the same thing. But still, we find people who are just as confused yet happy about the state that their lives are in. Late 20s friends are such a unique bag of mixed proportions. People who are satisfied with their achievements in life, yet discontented with the stagnant nature of their routines. Which is why they switch it up. These amazing humans who are often contradicting the very things that are expected of them. And you know what? I love that for them. Growth should never be the single line going up. Instead, a net of possibilities, branching out and expanding one's roots. No matter what kind of change you went through, there's still some value in looking back. Like in this very moment. Your friends who knew you a certain way back in the day are completely different people now. They're not strangers, yet in a way, they are. Everyone's just out here, feeling the environment and the presence of one another. You and your friends from work are no longer trying to run a business together. And you're no longer trying to adjust every fiber of your being for anyone else. Everyone's just looking out for themselves and the people they care about. Sure, we don't see each other as often as we used to, but that's okay. There's still no pressure. And there shouldn't be. Friendships are about people who respect your existence without any unrealistic expectations. We are all human, and we're just doing the best we can, even while we're here in this troubled decade of our time. Thank you for listening to this essay. I genuinely hope you got something good out of it. I wish for whatever stage you're at in your life right now that you're at least able to find some clarity and peace. But that's it from me. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.